Welcome everybody to the 43 podcast. We got a great episode today.
We took questions from the audience. We talked about James Corden being a prick. We talked about how do you find inspiration? How do you find, what else?
What else? We talked about how do you approach new people.
Yeah, and when is it okay to give up? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good episode.
It's a great episode. Live from New York, it's the 43P! I don't want to be listening to anything but the 43 podcast. All I want to do is tune into that shit every Sunday.
I'm tired of listening to things that aren't the 43 podcast lately.
Improvisation, I like
Yeah.
it. One Tree Hill.
Who
Remember
makes
that
song?
Gavin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw. Of all DeGraws.
Our old boy Gavin DeGraw made
What else he does? Is he Bad Day? Yeah, had a bad day.
No, that's James Blunt, isn't it?
No.
You had a bad day. You had a bad day. No, it's not.
Isn't it that Gavin DeGraw? What else does he do?
It's Daniel Powter.
Daniel Powter, of course.
Chariot.
How can I forget my guy?
Chariot.
Chariot. Is Davin the man?
Yeah. Gavin DeGraw.
Davin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw.
I don't know what happened to him after that, but he was big for a while.
Well,
And he had that famous One Tree Hill soundtrack.
yeah, and I guess like advertising back then, maybe they didn't pay as much.
Maybe.
So like I don't know how much money he could have like survived off. It was a popular song,
It was a popular song.
and if they play it every time One Tree Hill plays, or
Yeah. In the intro is this guy with a basketball, and you just hear.
it's kind of a cool song.
It's cool. It reminds me a little bit of Can't Stop intro, like. Maybe that's why he's not relevant anymore. They threatened him.
Should we give a shout out to the Red Hot Chili Peppers' new album?
We can give it a little bit of a shout out.
I think
A little bit of love.
yeah. I feel like they've fallen off a little bit, so maybe it'd be nice for them to have the 43P shout them out for free.
And balance out the hate. With
Exactly.
a little bit of love.
Yeah, with a little bit of unlimited love.
He was on Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Anthony
Did you watch
Kiedis.
any of?
I watched.
Anthony Kiedis was on the Joe Rogan
Anthony Kiedis, that's
podcast.
right. I watched the whole episode. Not at once,
the
but
whole 3 hour, 50-minute.
yeah, it was quite boring because they were just talking about like alligators, and Joe was talking about hunting, of course, and UFC. Like, but it was still kind of nice, just a chill conversation.
Yeah, I guess I would have liked it if a person who was more into music could interview him,
Yeah.
so he could give his take on.
Oh yeah. If you're looking for music stuff and trivia and stories related to that, you're not gonna get that from Joe.
No, he's more listening. In case you get there, he's more listening.
Yeah.
For any way he can get into like what is it, DRT?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
not HRT. That's the trans
TNT? No. not
TNT. Yeah.
It's something. And saunas and stuff like that.
Yeah, and hunting and
That's just
cooking
Joe.
meat.
I'll go on the record and support Joe. He gets a lot of hate online, but why would you hate him? He's a simple guy. He does what he does.
Yeah, I understand the hate.
If you expect more than that, that's why you're gonna be disappointed and start like hating on him. But
Yeah.
for me, it's just a knucklehead, and he has knucklehead conversations with people. Well, not always, but
Yeah, he is a good interviewer. I can give him that. But I think I understand the reasons to dislike him.
with the COVID shit and
With the
everything.
COVID shit and everything. And I know a lot of people go to his defense to basically suck him off for free.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, it is nice that he's just a simple dude.
yeah,
And he's like, he likes a couple of things in life. He
Yeah.
likes, his dog
yeah.
and hunting,
Mixed martial arts.
mixed martial arts, and having conversations with people.
Yeah,
And I guess trying his best at stand-up comedy.
yeah.
You gotta give that to him, man. He tries his goddamn
He
best.
tries his best, and somehow he succeeds in terms of venues and people coming to his shows.
Yeah, it's
But
because
I don't know why.
If you have a massive audience, you can't fail.
Yeah,
If the 43P was massive audience,
yeah.
people would listen to the music.
They would.
because we can't fail.
It's the Joe Rogan effect.
It's the Jake Paul style. He just gets into basically anything. He's like, okay, I have the YouTubes. I'm gonna see what I can do with music. No one listens to it, or
Yeah.
people listen to it just because he's Jake Paul.
Yeah. But anyway, a little bit of love still for the Red Hots.
Yeah, they are.
But you know what else
deserve
has?
it.
You know who else has good questions besides Joe Rogan
And Anthony Kiedis.
and Anthony Kiedis? Besides those two, and besides the two of us, the three of us.
We should mention the guy in the chair is actually 5 times in a row now.
Five
Five
times in a row.
times, and it's actually the 80th episode.
It is the 80th
Wow.
episode.
I checked.
Well, that's a good episode for us to
Talk about 80 things we all appreciate about
80s
the.
themed
80
episode.
things we're grateful for.
8 things we're grateful for.
If we actually tried on the 90th, if we actually made an effort, but with this bullshit that it is we do. What is this again?
Art.
Yeah, we could do a 90s themed episode on the 90th episode, and then we talk about news that was relevant in the 90s. We dress the 90s.
What happened in the 90s?
We make a 90s, like a Backstreet Boys intro, you know?
Yeah. Throwback style.
Except that sounds like too much work.
Yeah, but let's write that down. Kind of can you write that
Can you
down?
write that down? Make a note of that.
Crunch the numbers.
Can you
But
crunch the numbers real quick?
what I wanted to say is...
Sorry, can you crunch the numbers real quick?
I'll have to see if this is in our budget.
Okay.
Well, we're going to have...
But is it looking positive or negative?
Our quarterly reports are coming out soon.
It's
So
definitely looking.
So, hey, it looks. Hey,
at least
we
it
take
looks.
those. We take those. That's pretty good.
Those are good odds.
But you were saying.
Our boas, our fans, have good questions too, is what I wanted to say.
Okay. For me, they're boas. So
Yes, boas, that's what I said. But
Uh-huh.
fans for people who aren't familiar with the term. But they're boas for me.
okay.
They submitted a couple of questions. We haven't looked at them yet, but maybe we'll answer a couple of them.
I would love to. Because you know what? If there's one thing about the boas, it's creativity.
Yeah.
And I really think that the 43 family, the 43TF is going to pull through tonight.
I think so too. So as always, I think we got to start off with our
Tajra.
Yeah,
Let
our
me get-
super boa Tajra.
Yeah, of course.
Out of respect, we need to start with him.
He does earn a first place.
He
That's
does.
true.
He has dibs on that.
Uh-huh.
And he's asking us best way to approach new people, obviously with good confidence, but what else?
I like the caveat.
We lack a little bit of context
We like-
here, but,
yeah.
but we can work with this.
No, but I appreciate the obviously there's this answer, but you're gonna talk about that bullshit.
Yeah.
Do something more more less bullshit. He sort of called us out there a little
He
bit.
called us out
And
there.
I like
Okay.
that.
I like that too.
What else? You know, how about this? How about this? You're a new person, and we're just like, let's say we're at a party for context,
Yeah.
and I sort of like, hey, you have a little thing in your shirt, boom, and I flick your nose.
Did you do that last week when we were at a birthday party?
I did.
Did you actually do that to somebody?
No, maybe I should have. That would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
It would have been funny. Best way to meet people. Honestly, I feel like this is something that we
No, best way to approach
approach
new people.
new people.
So I guess you want to make acquaintance with somebody.
Yeah, let's start simple. Is handshake the way to go?
I don't think immediately, as in like you go in there with your hand out already. I think you can start the conversation and then go, by the way, I'm Kevin. And she goes, I'm married.
Levin. Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
I mean,
Harry, sorry.
yeah. You know what? I do think, I do agree. Because I think like a conversation, you just get there. Like somehow you get there naturally, you know, like this place, huh?
Yeah.
You know, and like
Yeah, something like
place.
that.
Like you live around here?
Yeah.
Or maybe not do you live around here, you know, like or something more simple. Like I love this song.
Yeah, something simple, and I think perhaps something that's going on around in the room. Like you comment on something, on the context a little bit.
Some drunk guy was like jerking off.
Yeah. Like at
a cafe.
Isn't that weird? That guy.
Yeah, you're like, hey, check out this guy.
Check. Hi, I'm Blevin. Kevin.
And then maybe the guy is like, "Hey, get the fuck away from her, man." You're like, "Whoa, you're jerking off, guy."
Ooh.
How am I in the wrong
True,
here?
true. So don't do that then.
Hmm.
Maybe something simple like when we were at the birthday party, you could just ask somebody, "How do you know this guy?
How do you know this
How
guy
do you
is
know
good?
this guy?"
How do you
It's
know
simple,
this guy?
but it doesn't have to be more difficult than that.
Yeah.
And then they'll tell you the connection, you tell your connection, and you get the ball rolling.
Yeah. That's a good way to approach.
Yeah.
I also think a good way to approach is to go to someone and go like this. You know, like you sort of like
you like that one. And
you
this
jab a
one,
little bit at their
You want to
crotch.
hit people a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't hit them.
No, you don't.
But if they flinch,
Then you earn the right to
you earn the right to give them an Xbox.
give them a little. Nice.
And if you don't rub their arm after you punch them after giving them an Xbox, they get to punch you back.
It's reversed.
It's reversed.
It's reversed. So that's one way. That's what I would say. What would you say?
I already said a bunch of things.
Say one more.
I just said the Xbox thing.
Out of no, but say how you give one more
Okay.
for
How to-
Tajra.
Do you have anything, guy in the chair?
Guy in the
How to
chair.
approach someone?
No, but I think if you're at like a party, like a friend of a friend, then
Uh-huh.
I would.
Let's
Then I would shake their hand and introduce
Mm.
myself first.
Okay.
let's say not a party.
You know, or like, yeah, if it's like a friend of a friend, then I
Mm.
would, yeah, introduce myself. But if it's like a complete stranger,
Mm-hmm.
then it's quite formal to be like, "Hey, I'm Katie."
Yeah. What would you if let's say we're okay? I know Amir wants to get away from party.
No,
let's say
no,
let's say you're
let's finish
let's
this
say it's
one.
your birthday,
Mm.
2003. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't get a call from my family or something.
They
like
forgot
that.
about
They
you.
forgot about me.
But someone comes to you, and instead of giving you a handshake, they go for the hug. They're not weird looking, and they don't smell bad, but they're just like
Yeah.
they're just like hi, and then they go for a hug.
No.
Like hi, I'm. Okay, what if it's a girl?
Yeah.
And what if it's a guy?
No.
And what
On a
if it's
first
girl?
impression, it's not right.
I think if like you arrive somewhere a little bit later and everyone's a little more drunk, a little
buzzed.
more,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
and then
like
you come
feeling
in and
that
they're really like,
buzz.
"Hi," and then
I would
then I would take it. But if it's really like the beginning of the evening, then
Yeah, you're the first one there as well.
yeah,
to
then I
arrive.
would think it's a little much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gotta be
okay.
a hard no for me, no matter the gender.
I think for me, I'm in it. I'm in for it. I appreciate
But
someone
not a
doing
random
some-
person at a party that you've never seen before, who you have zero connection to.
It
No, I
feels
could do
like
that.
you assume too much. Like
Yeah.
not everyone wants to be hugged, especially like someone you just met.
Mhm. I agree there. Yeah.
Even
yeah.
though
You shouldn't
I
do it.
understand why you would think it's nice to like, I don't know, just like it feels more like an effort someone put in meeting you.
Mhm.
But I think it's a bit assuming this person wants to be touched.
Yeah, you should absolutely not assume that. There are rare cases, I think, where it would be appreciated. In my case, for instance, I would be like, "Oh, funny guy."
But yeah, but when we met at my place the other week before the party, there was a girl that you had not met before. I don't think you had met her.
No,
Tanya.
Tanya, no. But no, I shook her hand.
You should, but then you went for the hug.
Yeah, and then I hugged a guy I knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, he got a hug, haha. Like,
Yeah. Let's go for a hug.
Yeah, no, let's correct it.
And in that case, I think
and
it's a
she was
beautiful-
also one of these rare people that
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, sure, why not? You know what I mean?
in that case, it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have I can't see myself do that to Chandra from the party.
Okay, well, his name was Chandra.
Chandra. Okay. So, but after the party,
Chandler.
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 I couldn't do that to Chandler. But
Surely
okay.
it was Chandler.
But after a couple of drinks, I could do that to him. But yeah.
That's like when someone says, "Hi, my name's Devin," and then Amir's like, "Nice to meet you, Blevin."
Yeah.
And now
Quite literally.
Fuck, I mean,
Of course, Chandra. How could I forget that?
Chandler.
Chandler. I wouldn't do that to Chandler.
American E. American E, man. It's good. It's good.
It was a good party, by the way.
It was fun. It was fun.
Was it just me or was it fun?
It was fun.
For me, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
I was going crazy.
I know you were.
You also. We all were.
Yeah.
We had
but
some
I-
crazy-
but I only follow your lead. You know?
Yeah, but I came in with the attitude. I was like, because remember,
Whatever happens tonight,
stays.
I'm puking.
Yeah, but I came in there. I was like, tonight is gonna be a good time, and it worked.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But you have to get that vibe before. Like, how do
Yeah.
you get that vibe of like, I am going to have a really good time tonight. Like, it's gonna be crazy tonight.
Yeah.
You know how?
How?
You do that 9 to 5 shit that you hate, and you realize,
Oh.
so, this is my life then.
Mm.
And I feel like you were blowing off steam.
I was maybe blowing off steam a little bit after a long week, or just in general.
Yeah,
And
the whole year actually.
the whole year. And the guy, I just know that the guy is just really funny.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who had his birthday, so I was like, this could be good. I'm gonna bring it to this one,
Yeah,
and we did.
it was good.
Maybe we should move on. I mean, I love Tajra. I would love to. I know I said
I would love
what
to
about
vamp.
not a party, but we have so many questions from our boas and
How
so
many
little
would you say
time.
there are?
I would say there are at least 7, at least.
7.
At least.
I love it. Go on.
So thank you, Tajra, nonetheless.
Thank you, Taj.
This is from let's take someone completely random who we haven't answered before.
Katie Lou. Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Bit serious, but we get serious here too. When are you allowed to give up on something? You get the full spectrum here on the 43P.
let's go next.
All right,
Let's go next.
Edit that part out.
Let's give up. Let's give up on that.
That's
one.
something we're allowed to give up on.
When are you allowed to give up? Or you are allowed to give up whenever you like.
You're always allowed.
You're always allowed. But when should you give up? Different question. How did he phrase it again?
He phrased it as, when are you allowed to give up?
You know what? I think your answer is going to be different from mine.
Interesting.
So let me start by saying, giving up is not always, it's not always a bad thing. Like if it's something like you're really passionate about learning chemistry, you know, and you're like, oh, like I want to be a chemist one day when I grow up, and like, but I don't understand the enzymes and blah blah blah. That's like, don't give up. This is your dream like job you want to get.
Yeah.
But it's okay to give up on something that you don't understand why you're pursuing. Like if you're if you're going to become a doctor because of the fact that your parents want you to be one,
Yeah.
you can give up.
Yeah.
If you're running a race,
You can never give up.
you can give up.
You can't.
What is the point there? The point is for you to finish this marathon.
There is no point.
There is no point.
It's just childhood trauma, I think.
At the end of the day, man, Dustin's specks of a rock is what's gonna be left of this fucking place.
That's true. I would rephrase this question with respect to the guy who asked this.
Tread
and go,
lightly.
and go, when is the right time to move on? Doesn't have to be give up. There's a difference.
Wow, that's that leadership.
Yeah, let's spin that around.
That's that
Move-
LinkedIn style thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's my corporate side coming
Yeah.
out here on the 43P. I think it's you're allowed to give up when if you don't get any joy from it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You can have ups and downs. If you're not down, maybe keep going. If you know that it fluctuates. But if it's like for a long period of time, it's just not bringing you any joy. Maybe move on to something else.
Maria Co style or whatever her name is, Joy Lady.
Joy Lady.
Marie Kondo.
Marie Congo.
Kondo.
Condo.
I
Condo.
think.
Marie Kondo style.
Marie.
If it don't bring you no joy,
Marie Kondo. Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
she said?
if it doesn't bring spark joy, you throw that shit out.
Yeah.
So if you can give yourself an honest look in the mirror and look yourself in the eyes and say, I tried my best with this,
Yeah. If
and
can-
you still don't want to do it, and it doesn't spark joy, give up. But like you said, don't say give up. Say move on.
Yeah, I think
Say go next.
generally, I think it's not a bad thing to move on to something new. Try something else until
Unless-
something sticks.
Unless you try a lot of different things.
and then you
and
never
don't end up
really,
anywhere. Kind of like me.
That's the other side of the coin. I would say.
Okay. That's
Okay.
pretty
You can
good.
submit that question for next week.
Okay.
All right, but I think that would be my answer in this case.
Yeah, that's good. That was a good question.
It's a good question. But don't think
I feel passion in that question.
I feel passion, and please, let's say move on rather than give up.
Yeah,
Give up has sort of a negative connotation to it.
exactly.
Anything else, guy in the chair? Could we have your?
I
Your
agree with
perspective.
what's been said. I think it depends on what it is as well. If it's like a hobby, you know, if it doesn't bring you joy, then you should move on. Or is it in like the context of like a relationship, you know?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it depends on what area it's in, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even consider relationship-wise.
Yeah.
Because it's just so vague. Like, when do you give up?
And that's really difficult. Like,
That's
deciding
difficult.
whether or not you're done with this hobby or like this thing that you're studying.
Or done with this hottie.
Yeah, exactly. Now that's a different thing. Like,
Yeah.
how do you just realize I'm done with this human being? Like, this isn't just this isn't sewing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is Sarah.
This is Sarah. We've been together for years.
We were there for 3 years, me and Sarah. She was at my grandfather's funeral.
Exactly.
She's in all the pictures.
Those are difficult parameters.
Yeah.
But I think it's maybe the same answer there. Like you take you compare the positives and the negatives. Am I getting more negatives out of this than positives? Maybe that's.
You could chart days.
Yeah.
Get yourself a little notebook.
Yeah.
And then you just have like oh, I don't know, you like open up halfway and then you just go like, today was a positive day. And then, oh, actually today was a negative day. And then if the negative day starts to pile up more, then you just
Then
you
then
throw her
go.
out.
Then you have the numbers.
Yeah, or just use that in all different contexts.
Yeah.
Like, it's dinner and she made a bad spaghetti.
That would
You
make
give her
me
a point on the
furious.
negative.
You're at the dinner table. You get out your notebook.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Interesting.
And you take a bite of the garlic bread she made you.
All right. That's
On the positive.
Yeah, I don't know. In that case, you have to do some self-reflection.
Yeah.
Thank you for a great question.
Really good question.
Really good question.
So far, 10 out of 10.
So far,
Please.
10 out of 10. This is from another big
Friend of the show.
big friend of the show. I don't know why I say big friend, but he's a I don't know if he's a big guy. He's a friend. He's a great friend.
Get on with it, man.
What are some annoying things people base their entire personalities around?
The Office.
You know, you can tell that they've been listening to the 43 podcast with these
Yeah.
great questions.
Yeah.
The Office, you say?
Yeah, I feel like
I would say
it's such a
Friends more than The Office. I
But
think
it's such- but
Friends
it's such a classic
really
thing,
has
like,
that.
TV
internet
shows. huh?
thing. Like, your like The Office isn't your personality or something like that. You know, they're like, oh, no. But I can't talk more on that. How about nerd culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast about like a certain lore in a certain universe,
Yeah.
and these guys were talking to like about it and about all this lore and stuff, and sometimes they were just so like, actually I disagree, and like or and then they would say like they would make fun of a guy for saying something or something like that, and there was such a elitist vibe where if you say something that's like not necessarily correct about the world,
Yeah.
it's like actually like like so their motivations would not be out of
yeah,
evil,
yeah,
and then they laugh at the guy a little bit like and he goes, oh, I just thought like blah blah. And the guy goes like, no.
Nerds can be real assholes.
Nerds can be
Nerds can be
assholes.
the biggest assholes.
I think so. Yeah.
If you're not on the same page, they can have that sort of condescending.
Yeah. It's because they didn't get a shot at being an asshole in
Now it's your
school.
chance.
So then now that we're out of school,
Yeah.
it's like you're not as smart at coding as I am.
Yeah.
So like, what do you even
What
do
are
here?
you
I
even
bet you're
saying?
even like, do you even know the difference between Java and JavaScript?
And then they laugh.
You don't.
like this. I love that little.
Yeah.
That's one thing for sure, and maybe like anime. Maybe that's kind of the same thing. I don't know. Like people who are super fans of
Yeah.
I saw
man.
things like Disney.
Disney.
Oh,
Disney.
Disney.
Pretty
Cringe.
good
That's
one.
better.
Yeah.
that's really cringe.
Zodiac signs.
That's like a lot of girls though. I
Yeah.
I can't fault them so much. Just but if it really is like something you base your personality on, you're also into crystals.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and you're wearing one around your neck. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's for like my like pregnancy or something like that. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, you think the Rock is gonna help you get pregnant? Not the Rock. I'm sure he would help you.
He would help you.
Yeah. Like Disney and like, what's the other thing?
I think Disney.
Harry Potter. Is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
girls can like get really into and then like write fan fiction and stuff. Listen, write all the fan fiction you want. Honestly, I'm super there for it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a little bit
What about
sexy fan fiction.
if it's sexy?
You know
What
what I'm
what about the gym?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good too.
That's good.
Gym bros.
That's good too.
Or
Yeah.
whatever they're called. What are they called?
Gym bros.
Gym bros.
Gym bros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you get a lot of that on TikTok actually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that are like go to the gym every day. And then they're like super elitist about it and like they pay for the most expensive gym and they pay for the most expensive gym clothes that all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I hate the most is probably Disney. I gotta say, it's like
Yeah.
I'm done with Disney movies, honestly.
Yeah.
I also saw like crypto people.
That's a
Yeah, I
recent
really
haven't
one.
really
into
met
that
anyone
kind of
like that
stuff.
though.
What about people who are into like
Star Wars, maybe that's
Yeah,
but I was gonna say then, I feel like there's a new breed, like sub breed of like of people who are like really really obsessed with Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Like in particular Marvel.
Yeah.
Like their profile pictures are all Marvel and stuff. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah, Marvel. There's a lot of Marvel these days.
You can base your personality onto that shit because they pump out content like no other.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I just want to add a final one, or at least the last one I can think of, like well-being. People who post like inspirational quotes and like don't forget to take care of yourself, and they do yoga and like eat healthy, like that kind of thing. That lifestyle.
Hey, they probably feel great because they like actually take the time to reflect on everything that they do and try to live a really healthy lifestyle. But enough, all right.
Enough with that.
Enough already.
Enough. Eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah, one of my very first boner times on the pod.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember this a
Do you
little
remember
bit.
in particular what it is I was angry about?
People posting healthy food
Yeah, healthy food that just doesn't look good.
that doesn't look good. Yeah,
It's just like cottage cheese with like seeds and then like small little blueberries.
that pissed you off.
That pissed me off. And I was like, maybe they do some crazy shit like fucking a side of lettuce.
Yeah.
It's like no one's like, ooh, oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah,
Fuck all that.
but
man.
it's healthy, man.
You know what? I'll throw a quick one
Okay,
out
go-
there as
go-
well.
go on the last one.
Music.
Yeah,
I like people who are like
nerd out.
really hardcore nerd out about music.
Yeah,
And like they're if you ask them what their favorite like band or album is, it's always going to be something that you've never heard about because it's like oh, it's this like Motown group that were banned from like all the record companies because this guy at a party did this to someone actually.
yeah.
When they produced one record that you can't find anywhere
Yeah.
that I have, and that's my favorite band. You're like, okay.
the hipsters.
I think
Cool.
one similar to that is like people that dislike popular things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of similar to the music one.
Yeah.
Where it's
And-
like
and
they
yeah,
will
that's
never
really
say
hand in
like
hand,
something
music on that.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas like you can't just say like Taylor Swift's your favorite artist.
why not?
Can Taylor Swift be your favorite artist when she doesn't make music? Oh,
Oh,
hey, I don't want to
Yeah.
come off as an asshole.
Yeah.
But there's something there. Come on.
I don't know. For me, when it comes to,
Okay, he's gonna play both sides.
I'm just
Neutral
gonna play
Amir.
both sides.
Wait, are
Neutral,
you saying
diplomatic
every
Amir.
music you listen to, the artist also writes and produces every single bit of it?
No, but for the most part, I would like that. I would love it if that's what. I mean, did Dua Lipa go into the studio one day and was like, "I have this hook. Like, check out these drums."
I'm gonna
No.
go to the synth and like.
Yeah, no, she didn't. But
No.
I'm certain she writes the lyrics and does
Yeah.
like the vocal melodies maybe, and
Yeah.
that's also really good.
Yeah. I see that point. I don't know. For me, I just care about like if the music is good. I don't care so much where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's gonna be like, oh, I wrote this song and I did that, then it's like, come on, you didn't do
Yeah,
that.
that's sort
Somebody
of what
else did that. For
Yeah,
you.
that's sort of where I feel like
That's annoying.
modern music is a little bit at.
Yeah.
Whereas like Backstreet Boys never wrote a single note of their own music, I think.
Oh.
But they were also actually I don't know. But I can't imagine them going out and being like, "We wrote this when we were really feeling like
Yeah.
homesick for the you know what I
Yeah.
mean?"
Yeah.
They're not trying to pretend like they wrote all this shit.
What about K-pop artists? They don't write their own shit either, I guess.
No, oh my god, I don't think they're allowed. They're not allowed to dress
Yeah.
themselves in the morning.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
they don't make any decisions.
It's an intense industry.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next one?
Let's go to the next one. I'm tired of being an asshole about
That's
that.
good. It's good. Sometimes I'm the asshole.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you're. Sometimes Kate is.
No, I'm really the villain of the podcast. That's true.
This is from our friend. We know this guy.
An IRL friend.
Arthur.
Artur.
He wants to know what is the best way to find inspiration in everyday life.
That's classic Artur type of question. The guy
He's a soulful guy.
he's a soulful guy and he's also a grinder.
He's a grinder.
Inspiration in everyday life. You go.
Me.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to control inspiration. We talked a little bit about inspiration before, and but that wasn't like in everyday life.
Yeah. I find it too difficult to understand. I think it depends what. Like let's say music. Go on Spotify and go to your discovery, you know. Or like radio or something like that, and like find something that you've never heard before and be like, ooh, like ooh, this is cool. Like I could, maybe I should make a cover of this, or maybe it inspires you to do something else.
So trying something different in a way.
In a way, because sometimes trying something different is like I've never gone surfing before. I'm not necessarily inspired to do it.
No,
but where do I find that inspiration? Maybe I just Google like Australian guy at the beach on YouTube.
Google images.
And I just see these fucking hot ass dudes with abs surfing at the beach.
That'll inspire you.
That would inspire you, baby.
I think if it's every day, I think just spicing up your routine helps a lot. In my case, at least, because if I just wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work, every day looks the same. But if I wake up, go to work, and then I do something out of the ordinary. I don't know, go to the movies or something. Then I remember that particular day, like it stood out, and I get a bit energized by that.
I did something on Wednesday, you know, like, oh yeah, that was Wednesday. Kind of like, oh, you were even saying this actually on the way over here. You said that because you and I went out to dinner on Thursday, and then there you thought tomorrow is Sunday.
Yeah, it felt like a Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah, or so that evening felt like a Saturday. And then you woke up and it was Friday. So that's but as you were talking as well, I did think to find inspiration in your daily life is to change something in your everyday life. So you, for instance, you do like volleyball once a week.
Yeah, once or twice, yeah.
Once or twice a week. That's kind of like changing up your that changes your everyday life.
It's good.
In a pretty big way.
It's good. Especially in the beginning now it's become sort of a routine. So it's not
So now
bad.
you need something else.
I need something else, but in the beginning it was like this is nice.
It's
I added
adrenaline.
I added like a new element to life or something. But yeah, but small things I think help. Like do something different, break out of your routine. That seems to energize me at least.
Choose a day every week that you do something completely out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And maybe not even completely out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Like, let's say every Thursday or every Wednesday, you make a choice to be like, I'm gonna, let's say next week, Wednesday is my day, and I'm gonna go cut someone's grass.
Why not?
Why not, man? Go cut the fucking grass.
Do something like that. Other than that, I don't know. Keep yourself healthy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a self-help, like program you make.
Yeah.
You know, like every Tuesday, you do something out of the ordinary. Every Wednesday, you do something mundane. Every Thursday,
that's interesting.
You do something with a different friend.
Yeah. But yeah, spice things up.
It's good.
Maybe. Thank you, Arthur. And shout out to antikbokhandeln.se. If you're in Sweden, you can get nice secondhand books there at a good price, best price on the market, really. Secondhand
bookstore online.
Yeah,
it's gonna be in the description.
We love that.
In Sweden, of course, we should say.
Amazing. Sustainable way to have a large workforce at a cheap price. Bit of a throwback joke. Laughing smiley. Love the pod. Not really a question, but
interesting. Sustainable.
The thing is that a large workforce is expensive.
Yeah, I'm thinking sustainable. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess you could buy one like abandoned little shack that nobody uses, and you load that shack in with your entire workforce.
Okay, so you have them at in this one area.
Yeah, no toilets.
No toilets.
So everyone,
toilet
when they
breaks.
need to shit and piss, they do so in the area around the grass and
Okay.
Now they're starting to make that green shit. You know what I mean?
It's a sort of ecological
style.
farming style.
You're also not paying them because you give them a place to sleep and eat
and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would save a lot of money. Like, essentially just cut all the costs.
Yeah, I mean, sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds pretty good.
I mean, I love the question.
Why haven't people tried this before?
Yeah.
And it's thank you for that, Joe. That was Joe, not our Joe, but some other Joe.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do one more. This is a classic question. What 3 items would you bring with you to a deserted island? The old deserted island question.
A boat, a phone, and a fridge full of food. Enough.
Sorry.
Not funny.
Sorry.
I'm on and off watching Lost.
What did they do?
What do they do, man?
Well, they didn't get to bring anything in particular.
No, but then they have these things like suitcases. You know, they use that in some way to do something.
Yeah.
Fuck, what would I bring? Is my goal to survive or is my goal to get out of there?
That's for you to decide if you want to be that guy or if you just want to have a good time with 3 items.
I think then the goal is to live until someone can see my signal flyer. And let's say I have all those things that I need.
Yeah.
Like I could say knife.
Yeah.
But that's such a fucking boring answer.
Yeah.
I would bring. Can I bring a person?
I don't know.
I make them suffer the same
are.
fate as I.
Oh, you bring why not bring 2 other people then?
Why not bring 3 people?
A party.
And now we're just all
Yeah,
we're all here.
The 3 of us go to the deserted island.
Honestly, that is actually your best way of survival. Let's say the goal is survival.
Yeah.
And how else am I? The best thing I could possibly do is bring people.
Bring more resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be so bummed out if you brought me there. I'd love to help
I don't
you
know
out, but
I don't know what skills you would even have.
Yes, so don't even.
So I think you'd be very low on my list of people to bring because I don't feel like you'd be good in that scenario.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
I'm not so much of a
there are
physical
definitely
guy.
people who are way better at that than you.
Yeah,
You would actually probably be an anchor.
Okay. I agree, but like tread carefully now.
You're just like not on the list of
All right.
people I would bring.
Point received.
Okay.
I wouldn't be useful.
Okay.
I actually saw a TikTok the other day that was like what to do if you're the last person on Earth. So it's
Oh, shit.
like
Kill yourself, right?
no, but it's just about like you living the rest of your life, you know? Like there's no chance of you to reproduce or like start anything again. It's just how you live the rest of your life. And it was like really smart steps or whatever. And then right at the end it was like, but of course the biggest challenge will be that you're alone and like just like your mental health, you know, would deteriorate so much.
I would go so crazy.
So maybe bringing someone is not such a bad idea.
It's like we say, bring your friends.
Bring your friends. We can't have an answer that isn't bring your friends.
Yeah.
We vouch for that.
We have to say bring your friends.
We have to say bring your friends.
Yeah.
You know what? That is my answer. I bring 3 people.
Yeah.
Because I could bring a book and I could read it once and be done. And now I use it as like fire.
But what if you're
paper.
a big Harry Potter fan? You could
But I
bring
can only-
3 Harry Potter. Your favorite 3.
I don't have a favorite 3.
That would be too difficult.
J.K. Rowling, she wrote masterpiece.
Have you even read Harry Potter?
Honestly, have you read Harry Potter?
I have as a kid. I
Wow,
don't remember
every
if I-
book?
I don't remember if I did every book, but I remember like sitting there and reading those fat ass books as a kid.
Nice.
It was nice.
How about you guys?
I would bring sunscreen because I don't want to get sunburned.
Okay.
So 3 bottles of sunscreen.
Kind of a waste, right?
This size also. Travel size.
Just travel size,
Yeah,
man.
'cause
You
I'm on an
don't
island.
have anywhere to put them.
Yeah, I need to make sure I have space
Yeah.
for other shit. I don't know what I would bring.
I think my answer is just the best.
I'm gonna go with your answer.
And yeah, I don't want you to bring me, okay? So.
I'm not bringing you either. Just so you know,
Why?
you're also quite useless in that scenario.
Excuse.
Maybe for some reason I would bring you. Maybe you could be sort of a clown and entertain the troops there.
We do need to entertain the troops.
Would
Need a-
you be thinking about bringing someone that would be like the first person you guys would have to eat? Like eventually you guys are gonna
We bring our
maybe you have
fattest
to
friend.
yeah,
to-
maybe you have to start like
Yeah.
you have to decide between you.
Well, it's not gonna be me.
Then the party's gonna be over.
Thing is, you want to go for muscle.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's that good meat.
So you bring the rock then.
You bring the rock.
The rock.
Bringing 2 friends and the rock.
I would bring the rock because people are going to be looking for the rock.
Yeah, where is the rock?
Where is the rock?
It's
Everyone,
important.
it's going to be in the newspapers everywhere.
Yeah.
Where is the rock?
Where is the rock?
Yeah, where's the rock?
That's smart. Bring somebody famous like that.
Yeah, it's just all the headlines are where is the rock?
Where's
And then
the
you know
rock?
everyone starts to retrace his steps.
Yeah.
Pretty sure a couple of, and then he and I have this like experience together.
Yeah.
I bring the rock. One item. My next
Yeah.
2 items. Swords.
Ah, I thought we were gonna say Jack Black for some reason.
I thought you were gonna see like a video camera.
2 swords.
2 swords.
Fuck! I should bring a video camera is really good for content, man.
Yeah.
And we just vlog the
Just
whole
because you said
shit.
like now I will have this experience with the rock. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I wanted it to be a duel to the death.
Oh, in case.
And then everyone's looking for the rock. They're gonna find the island where the rock's at.
yeah.
And then I'm the guy who's stuck on the island with him.
Yeah.
Oh, but no one's gonna believe me. Okay, so I bring the rock, a video camera, and we need something fun to do together, like
Maybe like a
a Mr. Beast type challenge, a car.
and your third one is Mr. Beast.
No, a
Just-
car. No, a car. And then
brought the rock to that deserted island, and we live.
really bad, man. But then me and the rock have to make. We have to competition. Whoever removes their hand last from the car gets to keep it. Set up that video camera,
That's good content.
and we Mr. Beast style it.
That's good
That's it.
content. That's the solution to this question.
I think I win.
We have more, but is there anything else we wanna talk
Anything
about
you want to hit? Yeah.
before we go?
Do you have anything you really want to hit?
Not that I in particular want to hit.
Because I would like to talk about the
Except
James
your
Corden
face.
thing that happened.
What
Come on.
happened there?
Come here then.
Oh, so it's finally happening, huh?
Yeah. Try it.
Try me.
Try it. You see what happens. Try it. I think you're fast. You'd get me, not so hard, but you would get me, because you're fast.
And then I would run. And then I would run away. Yeah. What happened with this guy?
What happened with this?
People
fat
still
fuck?
hate him, right?
Yeah. He was banned from a really famous New York restaurant.
He was banned.
He was banned.
Why did he eat up all the food there?
Nice, man. With that, it was more that he was, very rude to staff.
Oh, he was rude to staff.
So he's really there were two separate occasions. One where he went in there and he ordered an omelet. I think.
An omelet, okay.
Or maybe eggs or something. And then I think it was an omelet. And then he got it and he was like pissed because there was egg white in the egg yolk.
Oh.
And then he calls over the waiter, he's like,
that kind of asshole.
"Get over here, bitch!" "Get over here, bitch!"
No, he didn't say bitch.
No, he didn't say bitch.
But essentially.
But essentially. And then he complained that there was egg white in his egg yolk omelet.
Yeah.
And then she takes it back, and then the chefs make him a new one.
Okay.
And then instead of sending it back with salad, they sent it back with fries.
Oh.
And that's when he popped off, and he was like, "You can't do your job right."
They messed up twice, and that's when he
Yeah,
popped up.
and then he said that he should go back there to the kitchen and make it himself.
He said that to the waiter.
Yeah, maybe I should go back there and make it myself. I should.
Go on then, you fat fuck. That's what I would say.
You take the fucking egg and start shoving it down
Yeah,
his mouth.
how's this?
Come on, eat it. Yeah, but then another occasion he was just like, I guess they're having dinner and he was really rude to the staff again. So then they banned him.
Yeah.
The restaurant owner himself banned him from the restaurant.
That's so nice.
And then the story has a tragic conclusion.
Oh.
They unbanned him.
They unbanned him
Because he called back and he was like saying how sorry he was.
Okay.
Because they banned him and then he called back and he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm so sorry, like la 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 la.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm James Corden. La, la, la. Have you ever seen carpool karaoke?
Okay.
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the guy Santa Claus who sings in the car."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they unbanned him.
Oh. But was that? Do you think that was his goal to get unbanned?
I think so. Yeah, because he wants to obviously go to a restaurant.
I would feel so
That's where the
awkward.
food's at.
I would feel awkward about going back there if they banned me once.
Now he's
Yeah.
saying it's
Yeah.
silly and like he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's saying like it's ridiculous, like how wrong it would be if he was to like put this waitress on blast, online.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like they did this to him and he thinks he did nothing wrong.
Yeah. He's just like a entitled, privileged piece of shit.
How did this even get out? Like,
The restaurant owner posted on Instagram,
oh, okay.
called him a tiny cretin of a man, and he listed all the things that he did and the reasons he banned him.
Does he live in the UK, James Corden?
I guess he lives in New York. He films his show in New York.
In New York, okay.
So, I mean, he needs to carpool somewhere.
Yeah,
It's gotta be New York.
gotta be.
An interviewer asked him about it, and he said, "I haven't done anything wrong on any level, so why would I want to cancel this interview? Like, I was there, I get it. I feel so zen about the whole thing because it's so silly. I just think it's beneath all of us. It's beneath you, and it's certainly beneath your publication."
Yeah, he's trying to like get people to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's manipulation tactic. It's like you're interviewing and like this is beneath you. Like you
Okay.
talking about
Yeah.
this to me is beneath you.
Yeah.
And this entire organization.
Yeah, involving.
So it's like,
me.
oh, like sorry, I didn't. I guess so. But that's just for the kind of privileged piece of shit that he is. He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. She's a waitress and she got my order wrong.
But
she needs to die.
I'm James Corden.
I'm James Corden.
But then
and
he's
that
still-
bitch needs to die.
but he still decided to call him up and apologize. I guess after that interview,
Yes.
saying how sorry he felt. So
Probably because of the bad publicity.
yeah,
Probably because that's the place where all the food goes.
is he where? I don't know why. I don't remember why people hate him. I know people hate him online. Do you think he's aware of that?
I think he's aware of it.
Yeah.
I think he's aware that people don't like him, but he
Yeah.
probably thinks after interview or after he says something like this, I would assume that he doesn't he doesn't think it's justified. Because he's like, so what? I'm like rude to waiting staff.
Yeah.
Who cares, man?
Yeah. And then he tries to be this really nice guy on his show.
Yeah.
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah,
It
it's
feels
just,
fake.
it's just his brand. He tries to be like, if this guy was a notorious asshole and he was being an asshole to people in restaurants, we'd all just be like, yeah, like
Yeah.
that's him.
I think
That's
I saw. I think it was James Corden as well. That was like a segment on his show, and he couldn't name like one name of any of the video staff.
Oh yeah, I
On
think I
his
saw it
show?
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was sitting like quite embarrassed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I think before he could he could ignore it because it was like he tries to be this nice guy and people just think he's annoying. Like, oh, he tries too hard, like, and then that's fine. But now I think it's
He's
really coming out that
also
he's
a
an
fucking
asshole. Yeah,
Like you can't be both.
Yeah.
exactly.
But you know what you can be?
What
You can be a fat annoying prick and rude to waiting staff.
You can. It's
Yeah.
it's okay to complain if they messed up, but it's about the way you do it. And
Yeah.
I guess he didn't do it in a nice way. If I know my James Corden right,
You can, but I'm also not the type of guy to send food back if it's wrong.
really,
If I ordered this with a salad, which I would never do, and I got fries, which I love,
yeah.
I'd be like, okay, fuck yeah.
I mean, happy accidents happen.
Happy accidents can happen, Bob Ross style.
But if it's not a happy accident, you wouldn't send it back.
If it's completely wrong food, then unless it looks really good.
Yeah, if it was the kind of case where I couldn't decide what I wanted and then they give me something and it looks good, I was like, I might just go for it.
Yeah, well, it might be gluten free as well.
Yeah, and then I had to send it back.
You gotta send it back.
I gotta send it back.
Yeah.
But would you ever be like an asshole when you send it back? Like
No.
No, oh my God.
I don't know. I
No.
think it's so easy. Like he says that, you know, they made a mistake. So he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But if they just made a mistake, why couldn't he just say like, you made a mistake. I actually ordered this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Why
think-
couldn't he?
I mean, at the same time, his parents made a mistake too. So
By having
by
him,
having him,
him brought to this world
by putting him out into existence.
in this earth.
Yeah.
That's also true. They made a mistake. That's I don't know.
Looking at James Corden stuff, there's like headlines calling him the male Ellen and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he literally is.
Yeah.
Male Ellen. I like
Yeah.
that.
They're both like talk show hosts. So they both are like awful to their staff.
Yeah. Yeah. That I know about Ellen.
Yeah.
She has stories.
She got stories.
And we have a whole episode
Yeah, well,
about her.
And James Corden. We talked about him in that episode.
Yeah, with our friend Tio.
So they're not friends of the show
They're not friends. They're enemies.
unless they want to come on and justify their actions
We can do that.
in front of two like burning hot journalists.
I suppose we can give them a platform.
We could get.
Just for the truth.
I'm not so happy
Just
about
to
giving
see-
them a platform.
Just to seek out the truth.
I'm not so happy about giving them a platform
Okay, we
like this.
we deplatform them.
No, I'm not about that either.
Okay, well, what do you want? Do you want them on the show or not?
I want them on the show. I do want them on the show.
I want them on the show too. If they're
I want them on
willing
the
to.
show if they want to. If they dare to come
They're
on.
really. Speaking about being on the show, you were on a podcast show last week. You were a guest.
I was a guest for a quick like 10 minutes on the Fun in Combo podcast.
Yeah, and you're regularly a host, but you're not a guest that often.
No,
How was it to
I've never been a guest.
How was it to be a guest on another person's podcast, even though it was a short segment, but still?
It was a short segment. It was okay. I mean, it was in Swedish, so I wasn't super able to like be exactly who I want to be,
Yeah.
but it was still fun. And it's fun to just have questions asked to you,
You feel important.
you sort of feel like, yes,
They want
you
your
should be asking
opinion.
me all this stuff, actually.
Yeah, okay.
However, they asked me a quite personal question, and the TikTok about it
Yeah.
did do quite well.
Really?
And a lot of people disagreed with me.
Oh, interesting.
And a normal man would care,
Yeah.
but one such as I don't give a fuck.
What was it? If you would like to share.
It was when guys go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
when you pee,
When you pee.
do you wipe? Would you take paper and wipe off your dick with to clean it?
No.
I don't either. I don't think any guy does. So all of the liars in the comments.
Oh, and that's what people were
yeah, they're
disagreeing
like,
about.
oh my god, gross. Like,
Really?
of course I do.
Guys would
Guys,
say that.
yeah.
Guys, really?
And like, guys
guys,
are nasty. Guys are gross.
guys, we're gross.
Guys were gross.
We're
but,
gross. We all know
But
it.
all these little, like, I don't know. They were lying for some reason, man. I don't know why. No one goes to the like guys. I mean, how often do you go to the toilet?
Often.
Me too. I'm
Several
not
times
taking
a day.
paper every time.
No.
That's wasteful.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I think they just want to appear in a certain way.
I think they want to appear a certain way. I think it's just like it's the right thing to say.
I'm gonna start asking guys this question. See what
You're
their
gonna
answer is.
you're gonna find that every guy is gonna say no.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna document it and I'm
Yeah.
gonna report it on TikTok.
Yeah. There were some cool truthers in there actually that
Some-
were like, yeah, of course not.
I mean, guys don't even wash their hands. Well, we do.
I wash my hands every single time.
Yeah.
But if you're
They're
out in a club, forget about it. In a bar, 50-50. Guys will go there, they'll pee, and they'll go straight out. So
Yeah.
if any women are watching, I don't know.
There are.
But just so you know, guys don't wash their hands.
Yeah. I hope.
Except
I think-
me, I do.
Except
and you.
Yeah. So if they meet you at the club, it's okay.
Yeah.
You wash your hands.
Anyway,
Well, I just
That's
that's the pod.
that's the
pod.
43p.
Yeah. Exactly. I just wanted to say that I was also on a pod, but I don't have much to say about it.
Oh.
But I was on a pod on Thursday.
On Thursday, the pod.
Yeah, a friend of mine started one, and it's
You're the first guest.
I was the first guest. I opened it up. So there was a lot of pressure, but we talked for
Nice.
2 hours. That was a long chat.
Oh, Joe Rogan style.
Joe Rogan style, and talked about everything, life, art. He's into art. He wants to be a movie director, and it was fun. It was fun.
You will repost.
I'll repost. Maybe somebody would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
43 podcast spreading around all over town.
Yeah. Wow. Look at us go.
Look at us go. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe and share and enjoy.
43p.